What's up, everybody? It's your girl T from Adventures of Spirits, and today on Tuesday Libations, we will be tasting the Smoke Wagon.
Perfect.
Alright, everybody, thank you for joining me tonight with Tuesday Libations with T, and we will be tasting the Smoke Wagon Straight Bourbon Whiskey. It is from the Nevada HBC Distilling Company down in Las Vegas. It is 90 proof, and I keep hearing so many things about it. It's been referred to a lot of whiskey enthusiasts that I follow in reference to the spirit, and for some reason the Smoke Wagon seems to be on all of their lists in terms of something that is a must-have. You must experience Smoke Wagon. So since I'm always looking to try something new, of course trying things that are out there that are known that I haven't tried, but also try some things that are new to me, which are things that I haven't heard of. And yes, believe it or not, up until just a few months ago, I've never heard of Smoke Wagon. I've seen it, but I've never heard of it. But a lot of the whiskey enthusiasts, bourbon enthusiasts, Smoke Wagon is almost like something that's a staple that needs to be on your bar. So, well, let's see. So, what are some of the facts about Smoke Wagon? Actually, that's pretty much it that I know about. Is the fact of where it's distilled. It says the barrels are first hand selected from the top 2 floors of the warehouse to create a bourbon that has flavor which is smooth and rich beyond its years. They are then expertly blended, creating a delicate balance of rye, spice, sweet notes of corn with toasted oak and caramel. And it is aged a minimum of, they correct me up, 39 months. Could we not use even numbers? Like, could you let it sit there for an extra month and say 40 months? Or take it out a month earlier and say 38 months? It's 39 months. That's very specific here. However, this is in Las Vegas, and actually I will be in Las Vegas for New Year's this year. And so I think maybe I'll pay the distillery a visit down there. I do know that there are some other distilleries in Las Vegas that I am actually very curious to see. I'll actually be in Nevada in the next 2 weeks, and we'll be going to, I think it's called the Farina Distillery, if I'm not mistaken. If I am mistaken, I'll correct it on the screen. They basically cater to Italian-based type spirits. In addition to offering like a cocktail class where you get to make the cocktails and actually enjoy the cocktails that you make. So, it's funny because when I booked it, the actual tasting tour was $35. The actual class was $65. However, on the tour, you have to purchase your drinks, and the drinks were like $12 or something or another, and it's just one drink. Whereas you can do the cocktail class and make, I think it's 4 drinks, and you get to enjoy 4 drinks. So I'm thinking, well, let me see, 65, 75. How about I'm just gonna make the drink that I know is gonna be good. But either way, I'm gonna have some fun there. But let's go ahead and taste this Smoke Wagon and see what all the hype is about. It's golden, and it's a golden amber color, not the dark brown color that I'm actually used to seeing with the bourbon. This is more of a golden amber. The actual notes, I'm getting your usual notes, your caramel, your vanilla, your oak, your charred oak specifically. I smell, you know, dried spice. Whew. Okay, that one went up my nose. That one hurt just a little bit. And a little bit of hazel with the familiar notes. So let's just taste this, because this is really what we came for, right? Easy going in, flavorful, which means I would like to drink it neat, but that depends on how long the finish is. Okay, so I'm consistently tasting the caramel and the vanilla, the charred oak. I'm not really tasting anything else. It's warm, but it's not that warm. It's not warm going down. My palate though is actually covered. So you know, I'm actually it's a lot of flavor, and it's hitting every aspect on my tongue. And the flavor is still lingering. And it's very easy. So let me just try it one more time, see if it gives me something different. Same flavors, very delicate, not too much, a little warm. The second time around, the sides of my palate seems to be emphasized a little more. Charred oak, vanilla, caramel. Very easy drinking. The flavor is still lingering. And like I stated before, I like to at least let it sit on my palate for, you know, to see what type of finish it has. Give it about a whole minute to see if it's really a long finish or a medium. And usually the longer the finish is, as long as it's flavorful, to me, is definitely something I would drink neat instead of mixing. Okay, this one, the flavor's lingering, so it's lingering, but it's starting to dissipate. So I would say a medium finish. Depends on how fast you're sipping. You know, if you're the type to babysit your drink, then you know, this might not be for you. But for those who are actually drinking their drink, I would say that this is definitely a sipping drink. This is definitely something I would keep on my bar. But you know, sometimes when things are new to me, I like to see what does it do in a cocktail. You know, this didn't cost too much money. You know, I think this was in the $30 to $40 range. I can't remember exactly. But it was not expensive at all. It was like $30 or $40, somewhere in between that range, probably closer to 40. But definitely something I would keep on the bar, which means if I ran out of it, I would definitely replenish it, most likely. But let's get into the cocktail. So I figured, you know, on the back of this bottle is a picture of, you know, like two guns and so forth, like they're at war. So I'm going to make Smoke Wagon's cocktail called Man of War. And it basically includes bourbon, some sweet vermouth, and some orange liqueur. Now usually I use Grand Marnier, but I'm going to use this one today because I just don't want it too much on the, you know, on the sweet side. I don't need too much cognac in it, and that's usually what my Grand Marnier gives me. So I'm just going to use Contract and see what it tastes like. So let's get into this cocktail. So to make the contrail, to make this cocktail, let me get my cocktail glass. And since there's no citrus, there's no shaking, there's no anything, we're just gonna stir this drink. And so this drink here, I'm actually going to get the actual ice cube. Ooh, give me 1 second, I forgot my tongs. I dropped my damn ice cube. I'll be right back. I'm back. All right. So, I prefer round ice. They fit in all glasses. I found that when I use my square cubed glasses, square cubed ice, it may not fit in every glass that I want to put it in, especially if the mouth of the glass is a little not as wide as the actual square. So I found that my sphere ended up fitting in all of my cocktail glasses, whether it's a rock glass, whether it's a snifter, even though in a snifter you're not supposed to really, you're supposed to be drinking it neat, but sometimes I want some ice in there. So this sphere size actually fits into my snifter, as well as my round cocktail glasses. They also fit into some of my rum size glasses where it looks like a rock glass but it's rounded. But this sphere seems to fit everything. So I'm using a sphere instead of a actual block, and I don't really like the individual ices because I don't have a blue ice maker. And for those who don't know what blue ice is, to me, it's really, you all know it is clear ice. And the clear ice doesn't dissolve as fast as the clouded ice. So I like to use the sphere instead of the actual square. So what we're going to do is we're going to put 2 ounces of the bourbon in. But because of the ice, of course, this is a 7-ounce glass. So for those making cocktails and you're looking at the ingredients that you're putting in, please be mindful of how much liquid you're putting in. And then everyone knows Science 101, space. So if you put this block of ice in here, this is going to take up it's going to take away about 1 ounce, right? And I'm not trying to fill the drink up to the rim. So in this particular case, for this particular instance, instead of using 2 ounces of each of these, it's supposed to be 2 ounce, 2 ounce, 2 ounce. I'm going to do 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, and then that way my glass won't overflood by the time I fill it up. Okay, so I'm going to do 1.5 ounces. Uh-oh. That might be too much. Maybe I should have used 1 ounce. I did. It's too much. Cameraman, can you get me another glass, please? Looking to see if I had a glass. Oh, you know what? I'll use this glass. It's not ideal, but it's close by, and it has more space. Actually, this is a glass that I got from Uncle Nearest, the Nearest Green Distillery, and it actually has a wedge here that if you put it in the glass, what you do is you fill it up with water, and therefore your glass you put in the freezer. You put the glass with the wedge in the freezer, and when you freeze it up, half of your glass is already ice. So all you have to do is pour your bourbon in here in the other half when you take the wedge off, because the other half of the glass is already ice. It is wonderful. The ice doesn't melt as fast. It is perfect, but we're going to transfer everything into this glass, okay? Okay. All right. We're going to switch it up, okay? We're going to switch it up. All right. Now we're going to do 1.5 ounces of sweet vermouth. And for some reason, I just love this vermouth. I'm not saying it's the only one, but It's reasonably priced and it's absolutely very good. Actually, I need to get some more. Now it's down to the bottom, but I think I bought one. I think it's down in my cabinet. All right, and then 1.5 ounces of the orange liqueur. And I'm using Contrail, just so you know. And do me a favor, if you like this video and want to see more videos like this, please hit that like button. It really helps with my algorithm. I am actually striving. I'm a new YouTuber, just started my channel in January, actually late January. And even though the channel was created, but I didn't really start my content until late January. And I'm at least trying to get to 500, and then my next goal will be 1,000. But right now I'm in the 3. So just, you know, if you like this channel, please share it with your friends. Pass the word on. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe so you can get notifications for any time I post my videos. I post videos. My videos are always centered around experiencing some sort of spirit, whether it's wine, liquor, or cocktails. Whether I'm on vacation, whether I'm just out and about, whether I'm at a distillery, whether I'm just out with friends, or whether I'm just on vacation wherever I am. So please note that when you come to my channel, it's all about the liquor. Okay? So I'm actually going to stir this to make it a little chill. And see what this Man of War tastes like. Alright, so cheers. Let's see what this Man of War tastes like. Okay, so this is actually very delicious. It just reminds me of a Manhattan. You know, Manhattan is pretty much nothing more than vermouth and some bourbon, and, you know, and you're done. The orange liqueur is actually an additive that you can or can't put to a Manhattan. Really, you just make a Manhattan and then you just add the orange liqueur to it. That's really what this is, and which is probably why I really, really like it. But it's delicious. So, just want to say thank you for watching. And Smoke Wagon, you'll definitely stay on my bar. And Man of War, I will definitely add this to my cocktail menu. Thank you everyone for watching. See you next week.